Hello, gente. What's up, everybody? It's your boy J-Rod. So today's video, we're going to be doing weird things about Dominican Republic part 2. So if you didn't see the part 1 to this video, I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to it right here, but we'll just continue. All right, let's go. All right, number 10. Dominicans are always late for everything. Now, I know in the United States, we have this thing called Black people time, or some people call it colored people time, and that is true. However, in the Dominican Republic, I feel like it's a little bit more extreme. So for example, if y'all say like, hey, we're gonna go out at 7, okay, you might not be leaving the house until like 9 going on 10. Okay, and that's very normal over there. So punctuality and being on time for stuff, the only time Dominicans are gonna be on time for something is going to the airport. Okay, that is the only place they're gonna be somewhere early. Shoot, they'll probably be at the airport 4 hours early. I'm being facetious, but so yeah, that is a little heads up. If you are in the Dominican Republic and you're planning something with someone, a lot of times the time they say that they're gonna be ready is not really the set time. So give it a couple of hours, all right? All right, number 11, in the DR, or I would just say in Latin America in general, mostly everyone writes in cursive. Here in the United States, the only time where people write in cursive is if it's something for like a formal document, but they don't really teach cursive in schools. I think I was like one of the last generation of kids that actually learned cursive or how to read and write cursive. Some of my friends can do it, some of them can't. I can read and write cursive, but yeah, I think my grandmother, she only wrote in cursive, so that's how I was able to learn, because she would write me letters and I would have to read in cursive. But in the Dominican Republic, you're gonna notice that in all schools, starting from grade school all the way up to adulthood, everybody writes in cursive. And so if you use the other form of writing, that's like for a less informal way to write. But that is in Latin America in general. Most Latin American countries, they write in cursive. Number 12, stray animals. Dominican Republic has a plethora of stray dogs walking around, stray cats, stray dogs, donkeys. Okay, it's a lot of animals everywhere. And the reason for this is because they don't have shelters like the same way in the United States. And so it will be very normal to be out dining at a restaurant and you will see a cat walk up or a dog just walking through casually. And so yes, it is tons of stray animals. That is something that I was not used to seeing. Usually in the United States, you'll see like a stray animal here and there. But in the Dominican Republic, it is like an overwhelming amount of stray cats and dogs. So if you want a free dog, come to the Dominican Republic. Number 13, staring. Dominicans stare a lot, especially if you are not from there and they get wind that you are a foreigner. That can be very uncomfortable, especially like if you're not used to that. I think for me, it took a few months for me to get used to it, but Dominicans, they do stare at you a lot. And once again, in the United States, that's something culturally that's looked at as being rude, but over there, I don't think they look at it the same way, because obviously if they did, they wouldn't be doing it as much. But yes, if you speak English, people, they will stare at you. So just be prepared with that. You will get a lot of stares in the Dominican Republic. All right, number 14, drinking and driving. Now, this blew me. I'm not even gonna cap, but over there, that is so normal to see people drinking and driving. Now, in America, we see, or let me say United States, because technically DR is part of America, okay, whatever. In the United States, they make that so clear. Like, it's tons of signs, tons of commercials, no drinking and driving. Drinking and driving is crazy, it's dangerous. Okay, you will go to jail for drinking and driving in America. DUI, like, they do not, even having an open container could get you in jail, okay? But in the Dominican Republic, it is so many people, especially on WhatsApp, I be seeing like they just be having like their little Modelo or their little Cerveza and just driving behind the wheel. And so I'm not gonna say that drinking and driving is accepted over there, but it's definitely not looked down upon as much as it is in America. So that was something that just kind of blew me. I'm like, damn, like in America, your ass is going to jail. Number 15, dressing up for the grocery store. So it's not uncommon to see people wearing, like, especially women, getting full face of makeup, a dress, high heels, going to the grocery store. It looks like they're going out to the club, but yes, that is very normal over there. Number 16, no toilet paper in public bathrooms. Okay, so this has a lot to do with the fact that you can't flush toilet paper in the Dominican Republic because it doesn't break down in the sewage system. So most bathrooms, if they do have toilet paper, you're gonna have to put it in an actual like bin or a trash bin. But most homes that you go to, you can't actually flush the toilet paper. So, but yes, that is something that you gotta get used to when living in the Dominican Republic is you cannot flush the toilet paper. All right, number 17, picking your nose. A lot of Dominicans, specifically men, they will pick their nose with no shame. And so you'll be talking to somebody and they'll just start digging for gold. And I'm just like, bro, like what the hell? But yeah, like that is, they just don't look at it as like, I guess, I mean, I ain't gonna say they don't look at it as nasty, but like I see that a lot, like more often than normal. They just be digging in their nose and like they don't think nothing of it, like they don't have no shame. But yeah, in the United States, that's kind of like people, they try to hide that, I guess. It is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other things out there. These are just some of the top picks that I felt that stood out to me the most. But if there anything else that stands out to you the most that are weird or culturally different in the Dominican Republic, please leave it down in the comment section down below. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. But that's all I got for this video, guys. I hope that y'all stay safe out there, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. All right, peace.